Hello, this is Guan Yu Invest. Today I'll be talking about the Max 7 stocks. So let me rank the Max 7 stocks in the list over here. So for me, Tesla is the bottom. Because why? Tesla doesn't have any earnings backing it. It's just trading on stories. It's trading on your robo-taxi and your Optimus robots and all that. Of course, Tesla could become the $10 trillion business in the future. But it is trading at 166 PE now. That is nuts for any company. And I'm not paying 166 PE for a story. And another thing, it has a key man risk. So what if Elon Musk dies tomorrow? What if Elon Musk gets shot? What if Elon Musk can't work anymore? This company is going to crash 50-60%. That is just crazy. And yeah, so Elon Musk in general, he just has too much media attention. I don't want my companies to be like that. Of course, it could be a 10 bagger, meaning to say this stock could keep going up and up and up and become a 10 bagger in the future, but I don't want my stocks to be like that. So Tesla is at the bottom. The next stock after that would be Amazon. So the problem with Amazon stock, right, is for Amazon, they are trying to capture every single market in the world. So they want to get into retail, they want to get into online shopping, they want to get into beauty, all that. So they will press their margins so low that they can capture all this market and then become sort of like the monopoly. But they haven't been stopping. They haven't stopped doing that yet, and it has been a lot of years already since they started doing that. And if you look at Amazon, it is a $2 trillion company now, still trying to trade and still trying to allocate capital like it is a startup company. That is just crazy. I want my companies to be a bit more predictable. I don't want companies with 5.7% net income margin for their retailing side of business and all the different streaming services added all together. Of course, their AWS story is incredible. They have a 37% net income margin for that one. But for the retail side, which is the bulk of their revenue, it is barely profitable. I don't want my businesses to be like that. So the next one will be Amazon. And then after that, it will be Nvidia. So Nvidia, I don't know how strong the moat is. I know the capex is going up, meaning to say all the Max 7s, they are all contributing a lot of capex. They're spending a lot of those chips and all that, which will all flow to Nvidia. But the problem is I don't know the moat of Nvidia. I don't know what's stopping another company from buying chips from AMD, for example, or buying chips from maybe your I think AVGO, Broadcom and all that. So I'm not very sure about what Nvidia's moat is. Of course, the growth is there, but once the capex cycle slows, then Nvidia could be the first one crashing down. So the next one is Nvidia. And then after that, it will be Meta. So Meta is a company with incredible network effects, but the problem with Meta is it is too concentrated in just one business model. So they only have one business model going for them, and that is just the advertising business. They have nothing else. So when the world slows, advertising spend will definitely slow, because when world slows, then everyone will just cut the easiest thing to cut, which is their advertising spend. And then once the advertising spend drops, and then Meta's earnings will just straight away drop, because they have nothing else to back up their advertising spend, unlike the next two companies that I'll be talking about later. So the problem with Meta is it is too concentrated on one business model. Of course, the business model is incredible. They have incredible operating leverage. They've been able to increase their prices every single year on and on and on, above the rate of inflation. I think Meta is an amazing company, but it is not my top Max 7 stock. So the next Max 7 stock that is above Meta will be Microsoft. So Microsoft has primarily a few different revenue streams. They have their OS, their operating system, they have their PowerPoint slides and all that, all the LinkedIn, everything, Xbox, and then they have their Azure as well, which is their cloud business. So it's mainly split into these three portions. So they have a different range of business models, and the concentration from Microsoft stock is not as concentrated as compared to your other stocks that are down in the list below. So if you look at Microsoft's fundamentals in 2022 as well as 2018 as well as in 2020, the fundamentals didn't drop. It's incredible for this company, incredible predictability. The fundamentals went up even though there was a bear market. So the fundamentals went up and then the stock price went down. That was just incredible for Microsoft. And I think Microsoft is an amazing company. And if you think AI is the future, then the distributors of AI will be the ones that win the most. Meaning to say, not the creators of AI, but the companies that are able to distribute all this AI infrastructure to all your different companies will be the winners in this game. And I believe that Microsoft, Amazon, and Google with their AWS system, as well as Microsoft through their OS and Google through their search, will be able to be the greatest distributor for AI next time. So the one that's on the top of the list right now is Google. So Google may not be the highest quality one out of this whole list over here, but Google is currently the company that's trading at the most reasonable valuation. It is cheaper than the market, it's cheaper than all these Mac 7 stocks, and it's cheaper than most companies in the S&P 500. So if you look at Google, Google has primarily a few different businesses. They have the Google Search, Google YouTube, they have their Google Cloud business as well, which is growing fine, and then they have Google Services as well, which is all your different Fitbit watches and all that. So for Google's DCs, it's extremely simple as well. So I'm looking at Google diversifying their income streams out of search, meaning to say I want them to reduce their dominance in search as a whole in terms of their revenue. I want them to diversify out of Google Search into Google Cloud, into Google YouTube and all that. So if you look at Google's growth rate, search is growing at around 10%. Google Cloud is growing at around 30%. YouTube is growing at around 14%. So this thesis could definitely be possible. And if Google can make about 20 to 30% of their revenue coming from cloud alone, then it is an incredible, compelling AI story that is coming up in the future. Next thing, so if you think about agentic AI, so agentic AI is when the AI, they sort of like create a travel plan for you, they do everything for you. So like you type in a prompt and then you say, I want to go overseas, like Bali, help me do everything, help me plan everything, help me plan a backup plan and all that. So in the future, if we have such agentic AI, then Google Search could be one of the front runners for it. So Google Search is a platform that has incredible network effects, meaning to say you search everything there. And if Google Search can become such a platform with this incredible network effects, then if they can make use of agentic AI next time, which is all your different AI agents that will help you solve all your different problems and all that in real life, then Google Search could become an incredible business next time that no one is like highlighting now. So I think Google, it is not the highest quality company in the list, but it is the one that is offering the best risk to reward now. So I'm heavily invested in it. I want to buy more Google. Hopefully it drops more. So yeah, that's my Mac 7 list.